23.
Are you single?
I am now.
What do you mean?
I had a wife, now I don't have a wife.
How do you go from having a wife to not having a wife?
I went on deployment to Okinawa, Japan. My wife fucked a dude 1 week into that deployment. Now I don't have one.
Well, how long were you together?
I've known her my whole life. Since I was like elementary school, the whole way on to high school. Joined the Navy, married the girl. Now we're here. Single.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
It is what it is.
But what do you think led her to cheating?
These hoes ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal.
So could you see yourself getting married again?
That's a hard question. Probably not.
So this relationship has completely wrecked your belief on marriage.
Oh, for sure.
How much did you spend on the ring for her?
$6,000.
$6,000.
$6,000.
And you thought you were getting...
Yeah, no quality there. Yep. Doesn't matter the amount of money, they ain't worth a damn.
So what advice would you give to the young hopefuls out there who want to get married?
These girls now don't tell the truth about nothing. Don't believe a word they say. Just do your thing, get what you want, and go.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
Welcome to Male Reality Lessons, where topics are reviewed and discussed as iron sharpens iron. On Male Reality Lessons today, we're going to talk about the evil in the world, and in some cases it's truly not that identifiable. It becomes very critical when you're trying to establish relationships, whether it's romantic or friendships, as you go through life. This video is hopefully an educational one that'll give you some tips to be able to spot some of the truly red flags. The first video that we're going to lay the foundation with comes from a group of medical professionals, and their YouTube page is called Wellness Lens. And hopefully you'll be able to get something from it to help you move through what we call today the treacherous dating scene.
Welcome to Wellness Lenses, where we talk about mental health and the journey to self-development. Without further ado, let's dive in. When we talk about evil people, we're not talking about your run-of-the-mill jerks or difficult personalities. We're talking about people who seem to go out of their way to hurt others, who lack empathy and manipulate those around them. So, what are some signs that you might be dealing with an evil person? Well, they might seem charming and charismatic at first. They may even seem to care about you or be interested in your life. But as time goes on, you might start to notice that they're only interested in you for what you can do for them.
Case in point, here's an example of a woman still manipulating her ex.
Or they might start to belittle you or criticize you. Let's say you meet someone at an event who seems to be the life of the party. They're making everyone laugh, telling great stories, and seem genuinely interested in you. You might think that you've just made a new friend, but be careful. As you get to know this person more, you might start to notice that they always have to be the center of attention. They might talk over you, interrupt you, or even put you down in front of others. They might also be quick to anger or become aggressive if they don't get their way.
Men, I don't like 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 men. Man figure suck them mother.
Yeah.
Man figure suck them mother.
Oh, you mean?
Big and bumbleclap broke.
Yeah.
Big and bumbleclap mean.
Yeah.
Big and bumbleclap lie.
Right.
Big and bumbleclap dance.
Right.
Big and bumbleclap hawkless.
Yeah.
Big and bumbleclap hungry.
Oh, you mean?
Man figure suck their mother.
Yeah.
Man figure suck their mother.
Yeah.
And suck their mother.
Yeah.
This is a classic example of someone who might seem charming and charismatic at first, but is actually quite toxic. So, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're dealing with someone who seems too good to be true, be cautious. Take the time to really get to know them and trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Remember, not everyone who seems charming and charismatic is actually a good person. Another red flag to watch out for is a lack of empathy. So empathy simply means being able to understand and share the feelings of others. It's an important trait that helps us connect with others and form meaningful relationships. When someone lacks empathy, it means they don't care about how their actions or words affect others.
Me, it was so many things that I had not done because I was in these 2 long-term relationships. I'm a relationship girl, but I wanted to be a...
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
You was faithful in both those relationships.
Huh?
You can't hit me with a man. That's not how this works. That's not how this works.
If you're enjoying the video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Male Reality Lessons.
Evil people often have a hard time putting themselves in other people's shoes and understanding how their actions might affect those around them. They might do things that seem cruel or hurtful without any remorse or guilt. This lack of empathy can become even more troubling when it extends beyond personal relationships. For example, let's say you have a boss who doesn't care about the well-being of their employees. They might push you to work long hours without overtime pay, ignore your requests for time off, or criticize you unfairly in front of others. This kind of behavior can create a toxic work environment that affects everyone involved. If you notice that someone doesn't seem to care about your feelings or the feelings of others, it's worth considering whether or not you want them in your life. And then there's manipulation. Evil people are often very good at getting what they want, whether that means lying, gaslighting, or even forms of manipulation. Have you ever had a friend who always seems to get their way, no matter what? Maybe they always know just what to say to get you to do what they want, and they may make you feel guilty when you don't go along with their plans. That's a classic example of manipulation. Now, not all manipulation is necessarily evil. Sometimes people use these tactics without even realizing it. They do it with good intentions. For example, a parent might manipulate their child into eating their vegetables by promising them dessert afterwards. That's not necessarily evil, right? But when someone uses manipulation to hurt or control others, that's when it becomes a real problem. The thing is, manipulation can be a powerful tool, and it's not always easy to recognize when it's happening to you. So if you're not sure whether someone is trying to manipulate you, it might be a good idea to talk to a trusted friend for advice. An evil person is extremely controlling. Now, we all have people in our lives who like things done a certain way. Maybe you have a friend who insists on always picking the restaurant, or a family member who wants to control how the holidays are celebrated. And that's okay. Everyone has their quirks. But when someone is extremely controlling, it goes beyond just having preferences. They want to control every aspect of your life, and they'll stop at nothing to make sure things are done their way. So, what does extremely controlling behavior look like? Well, it can take many forms. Maybe they're constantly checking up on you, wanting to know where you are and what you're doing at all times. Or they might try to isolate you from your friends and family so that they're the only ones you can turn to. They might also try to micromanage everything you do, from the way you dress to the way you talk. And if you try to push back, they might resort to threats, intimidation, or even violence. If this describes your situation, you might need to set boundaries, or even cut ties with them if they're not willing to change their behavior. Finally, most evil people are pathological liars. They lie about everything, even when there's no reason to. Think about it. If someone is lying all the time, it's because they have something to hide, or they want to manipulate you. They may lie to get what they want, to avoid getting in trouble, or just for the sake of lying. And unfortunately, Evil people are masters at lying. They are skilled at manipulating their words to make themselves look good, even if they're actually doing something terrible. Evil people may try to convince you that they are trustworthy, but their actions will always speak louder than their words. If you catch someone in a lie, it's best to keep your guard up and try to distance yourself from them. As you can see, evil people exist, and you might be able to recognize these signs. Whether it's a colleague at work, a friend, or even a family member, encountering an evil person can be a truly harrowing experience. And so, for the bonus you've been waiting for, here is one proven strategy for setting boundaries when dealing with an evil person. The key is to maintain a firm and unwavering stance. Being clear about what you will and will not tolerate. It's essential to communicate your boundaries clearly and consistently, using a calm and assertive tone. For example, let's say you have a coworker who always tries to take credit for your work. You might say something like, "I appreciate your interest in my work, but I would prefer it if you didn't take credit for it. It's important for me to receive recognition for my own contributions." You must also stick to your boundaries, even if the evil person pushes back or tries to manipulate you.
Here are my final thoughts. If your goal is a relationship, especially long-term, whether it's marriage or not, I would dare say you need to vet very carefully. As we know, women control access to sex, men control access to relationships. That being said, you truly need to take your time in establishing a real relationship and understand the type of person you're dealing with. Because the wrong move can cause you a lifetime of heartache, pain, or something even worse. Now, if that's not you and you're out here just quote unquote sowing wild oats, you still need to move very carefully. And primarily, your concern should be to ensure that you don't bring an unwanted child or contract something that you may have for a lifetime that you didn't intend on getting. But I want to hear from you in the comment section. Give me your thoughts and opinions on this topic or any other topic here on Male Reality Lessons. As always, I want to thank you for watching. Smash that like button and have a good day.